BBC Sounds app. On your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio Bristol.
And on your radio.
The sound of where we live is
BBC Radio Bristol.
It's 11 o'clock, I'm Aidan Finnegan. It's thought tax rises could fall on employers rather than workers in this month's autumn budget. The government will today host its first international investment summit, centred on deals worth billions of pounds. Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds says ministers always promise to protect consumers from hikes, meaning companies could be asked to contribute more.
Labour needs to get growth, needs to get new jobs, needs to get higher pay. If you increase employer national insurance and make every job more expensive, you'll start to see, and we're starting to see some signs already, a dip in new jobs being created.
Saturday marked the first 100 days of the new Labour government in power. Labour is now only 1 point ahead of the Conservatives in an opinion poll by Ipsos. Prime Minister Keir Starmer insists that the government is working hard for change and growth is this government's number one mission. We spoke to Jenny Powell, a local Labour Party member, to get their thoughts on the first 100 days.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm quite disappointed. I think Keir Starmer's a bit of a lacklustre leader, and I think the policies that have been enforced and the attitudes that have been displayed are not in keeping with Labour tradition.
Womankind, a key Bristol mental health charity, are running a fundraising scheme to expand its volunteer network in preparation for the winter months approaching. Social media worker for the charity, Ellie, tells us more.
Our fundraising scheme is called Help Us to Help Her. The fundraising scheme will mean an increase of volunteers on hand to answer helpline calls and inquiries of counselling, group therapy and befriending.
Concerns are being raised over the functionality of the new Ashley Down train station. The station opened just over 2 weeks ago as a first step in the Metro West Phase 2 project to reopen the Henbury line. However, with routes to only 2 destinations and infrequent train times, locals are quickly becoming fed up. Local resident Greg is considering ditching the train station altogether.
I live locally around here, so this train station opened and I thought, brilliant, I'll get the train to work, I can commute to and from work, it might make life a bit easier, and it's just not that reliable, so I think I'm probably going to have to start cycling again or something to make it a bit easier so I don't run late.
Bristol City Council are calling for pavement parking to be banned. With too many cars and too few allotted parking zones around the city, motorists are being forced to park on pavements in residential areas. This increased congestion has resulted in more people being forced to walk on the roads. With light showers this morning, it's due to be dry for the rest of the day, with highs of 11 degrees into this evening. BBC Radio News, it's 3 minutes past 11.